What's good, you guys? Rucker here, aka James. Welcome back to the channel. This is yet another DTC Season 3 review video, but this is for Week 7 and 8 of the A-League. Unfortunately, Spencer's life has gotten super busy, and he has been unable to continue his efforts in reviewing each week to keep you guys updated. If you've seen my style before, you know what to expect. If not, here's a general layout. If you have any critiques, constructive criticism, let me know down in the comments below. And we're going to hop right into this. Week 7 battles and scores. I'm actually going to minimize something so that it continues to record. Week 7 battles and scores. The biggest winner of Week 7 is Coolie Kicker from the Moon Division, one of only 2 winners from the Moon Division in the last week of cross battles. And from the Sun Division, the Sun Division, Pesky and Saber clinched it with some seriously big wins. The Tennessee Tyrannotars, coached by Bailey Perry, took an 0-5 loss. It's a big loss to the Big Fat Groudons, coached by Ice. BTB Raven took a 6-0 loss to Pesky, who's proven himself to be a serious competitor in his first outing in the DTC. Thomas took an 0-5 loss to Luxance. Spencer got the other win from the Moon Division with a 1-0 over Funyun. Edie Rufus took a 6-0 loss to Saber. Coolie Kicker got that 4-0 win over Potion Seller. Mark QJRT took a 4-0 loss to Malik Pie. And Pokemaster Mike took an 0-1 loss to Sam SJT. These guys from the Sun Division are here to play, and they're here to play big. These are some seriously big numbers to be put up in their ranks, and it can seriously help some of these guys who are in the lower spots definitely clinch either a playoff spot or clinch a wild card spot. Week 7 leaderboard, as you can see, this is where they are, and on the right, this is where they started from Week 6. Pesky went from 2nd to 1st, going from plus 15 to plus 41. Pokemaster Mike went from 1st to 2nd, going from plus 15 to plus 14. Spencer rocking out at 3rd still, went from plus 13 to plus 14. Saber went from 6th to 4th, jumping up 2 spots, going from plus 4 to plus 10. Funyun went up a spot, going from plus 4, from 4th to 5th, from plus 7 to plus 6. He didn't have to win, he just didn't have to lose big, so he got the spot. Ice took a 4-man jump up from 10th to 6th, going from plus or minus 0 to plus 5. Malik Pie went from 9th to 7th with a 2-man jump, going from plus or minus 0 to plus 4. Coolie Kicker went from 11th to 8th, 3-man jump from minus 2 to plus 2. Bailey Perry took a 4-man drop from plus 7 to plus 2. Mark QJRT went from 7th to 10th, another 3-man drop from plus 2 to minus 2. Sam SJT went from 12th to 11th, still keeping that climb going, went from plus 4 to plus 3. Luxance went from plus 14 to plus 12. It went from 14th to 12th, minus 10 to minus 5, making some serious gains in that differential. BTB Raven dropped from 8th to 12th, 4-man drop from plus 1 to minus 5. Potion Seller went from 13th to 14th, minus 9 to minus 13. Edie Rufus still rocking out in 15th at minus 17 to minus 23. Thomas still rocking out in last place at minus 22 to minus 27. And the Week 7 top killers go to, in last place, Thundy T and Marshadow from the game of the DC Duraludons versus the Memphis Grimsnarls. Normally I only put one on here, but these kills can make the difference in who gets into the top kill leaderboard or who doesn't, so they are both on there for this week. Diancie took a 3-0 win from the Pittsburgh Poltergeist. Mewtwo went 3-0 against the Philadelphia Fampies. Zygarde Complete took 3 lives from the Tennessee Tyrannotars. Zekrom went 5-0 against the Dutch Trumpas. Wow, that's a little blurry. This is the top 10 rankings. Arceus Ghost is at 15-3, tied with Morshow at 15-3. Mega Salamence at 14-3. Excadrill at 11-4, Mega Metagross at 10-3, Landorus T at 10-3, Zygarde Complete at 9-3, Zamazenta at 8-1, Garchomp at 8-2, and Venusaur at 8-3. Now, as you can see, Bailey Perry has 2 Mons on here, Pokemaster Mike has 3 Mons on here, and Pesky has 2 Mons on here. So it shows they're quite adept at using the Mons that they have to get the kills that they need, which is kind of crazy that they have more than 1 Mon in the top 10. So look more towards the future to see how high that some of these Mons can get. Week 8 battles and scores. There is no big winner from the Moon Division. They're all tied at 3-0 wins. And the big winner from the Sun Division is Pesky with a 4-0 win. The only one getting above a 3-0 win this entire week. The Tennessee Tyranitar's took a 3-0 win against the Philadelphia Phanpies. The Destin Lucarios took an 0-3 loss to the Los Angeles Spark Surfers. The Dutch Drampas took an 0-3 loss to the Sao Paulo Dragonites. The DC Duraludons took an 0-3 loss to the Den Haag Duramagas. The San Francisco 49tails took an 0-4 loss to the Ottawa Garchomps. The Memphis Grimmsnarls took an 0-3 loss to the Dallas Star Raptors. The Pittsburgh Poltergeist took an 0-3 loss to the Big Fat Groudons. And the London Luxrays took an 0-1 loss to the Avantine Flugel. I'm going to have to look that up because I don't actually know what that means, and I don't want to get in trouble. So, both Sam and Ice on a 2-kill win streak, Lux on a 2-week kill streak, Pesky, I don't know how many weeks Pesky has been going for, I'd have to go back and check, but Coolie Kicker on a 2-week, and Pokemaster Mike, Bailey Perry, and Edie Rufus getting back on the winning side of things. So, like I said before, any one of these games could shake up how well everything places for the finals, and for the different locations that people would be able to play in if they make the playoffs. The Week 8 leaderboard, as you can see on the left, where everybody is currently sitting, and where they came from last week. Pesky still rocking out in first, 21 to plus 21 to plus 25. Pokemaster Mike still rocking out second, plus 14 to plus 17. Spencer's still rocking out third, even though he got a loss, going from plus 4 to plus 11. Saber jumping up 2 spots, even with the loss, going from plus 10 to plus 9. Ice picking up a spot, going from 6th to 5th, going from plus 5 to plus 8. Coolie Kicker picking up 2 spots, going from 8th to 6th, plus 2 to plus 5. Billy Perry picking up 2 spots, 9th to 7th, plus 2 to plus 5. Funyun picking up 3 spots, going from dropping 3 spots. Dropping 3 spots, going from plus 6 to plus 3. Sam SJT continuing that grind up, going from 11th to 9th, going from minus 3 to plus minus 0. Malik Pie going up 2 spots from 9th to 7th, from plus 4. That's wrong. Malik Pie is in 10th, going from 7th to 10th, going from plus 4 to plus or minus 0. Lux continuing that grind up, going from 12th to 11th, minus 5 to minus 4. Mark QJRT going from 10th to 12th, minus 2 to minus 5. BTV Raven continues his plummet, going from 12th to 13th. I don't think so. I think he's been in 13th. Maybe not. Minus 5 to minus 8. Potion Seller still rocking out in 14th. Minus 13 to minus 16. Edie Rufus, 15th to 16th, minus 23 to minus 20. And Thomas still rocking out at the bottom, minus 27 to minus 30. The top 8, the top 5 kill leaders of Week 8. Wow, English is so hard today, you guys. Toxapex took 4 lives from the Pittsburgh Poltergeist. Toxapex is a bulky, annoying mon. For it to get 4 kills is kind of crazy. But hey, Hoopa Unbound took 4 lives to the Memphis Grimmsnarls. Now that's a mon you would expect to take 4 lives. Landorus T took 4 mons from the Destin Lucarios. Again, a mon you would expect to take 4 lives. Zamazenta, 4-0, took 4 lives from the San Francisco 49tails. Again, a mon you would think that would take it. Was severely underrated for the season, and now I think a lot of people are like, gotta give it some mad respect. Also, Pesky's using behave really well, so there's that. And Mega Salamence taking 5 Mons from the Fampies this week, which is huge. And that definitely changes up where Mega Salamence sits on the leaderboard. Same with Zamazenta. Oh, again, that's blurry. That's terrible. Mega Salamence now rocking out in first with 19-3. RCS Ghost dropped to second at 18-4. Marshadow in third, 17-4. Lando T at 14-3. Zamazenta 12-1. Hoopa Unbound at 11-3. Excadrill at 11-4. Mega Metagross at 10-3. Zekrom at 10-7. And Zygarde Complete at 9-3. Billy Perry still rocking out with 2 Mons in the top 10, but not both of them in the top 5. And now Pokemaster Mike has broken a Mon into the top 5, but no longer has 3 Mons, only 2 Mons on here. And Pesky also no longer has 2 Mons on here. So, like I said, things can change in a moment. It all depends on how well people play. And at any point in time, any of these guys could break 20, 25, 30. So good luck to all you guys in week 9. And we're going to move right on to the battle of the week for week 7. Now, the surprise of this week is that there is no surprise of the week. Having to do all this stuff, put it all together. It's super hard getting both sets all done. So, well, not hard, just time consuming. So we're going to have battle of the week for week 7 and then battle of the week for week 8. And then we're going to piece. Week 7's battle goes to Sam SJT and Pokemaster Mike. If you remember from before, Sam SJT squeaked out that 1-0 win against Pokemaster Mike, and it comes down to like a razor-thin line finish in favor for Sam SJT. The reason why you don't see it on the screen right here is because it's going to roll in full screen in 3, 2, 1. What's good, you guys? Rucker here, and we are here for the Week 7 Battle of the Week. Kind of lost my train of thought there. This week's Battle of the Week goes to Sam SJT and Sword and Shield Mike, also known as Pokemaster Mike. We're going to hop right into this and see how good it is. Leads up Suicune for Mike and Runerigus for Sam. Instant swap out to Magearna. Out comes the Scald. Does a solid 20. Catching Sam right off the bat. Oh, he forgot his nicknames. So, Hoopa Unbound is a monster and then some. That's something that you really, really have to worry about. Toxic on the Rotom. Rotom's a big fat boy, so that Toxic is really going to help. Hopefully he can Volt Switch out of here. Or maybe just Hard Swap out of here. Oh, Scald on Giratina. Ooh, the burn. So any recovery that it had is gone. But it does not have leftovers. So there's that. The Will-O-Wisp on the Sylveon. Hyper Voice kind of, whoa, that's a big Hyper Voice. That's got to be Specs. That has got to be a Specs Sylveon. And out goes Suicune. That was fast. Suicune's usually a big fat bulky water type, so I'm not really sure what happened there. Runerigus takes that Earthquake, only taking third. Black Hole Eclipse is not going to get the KO, which is super unfortunate for Mike. Knockoff comes out, hits the Rotom. Rotom's gone. Paloswine. In comes the Torkoal to take the Ice move. Yep, Ice Shard. Priority Ice. But it's probably going to die to, yep, EQ. I'm going to say Paloswine is almost as good as Mamoswine, so... Whoa, Giga Drain does a lot. Then again, it's an Ice Ground type. The Icicle Crash Okos, the offensive Venusaur. This Metagross is a problem. Mega Metagross is disgusting. Ooh, but taking out its Tough Claws takes out half of its power, which is crazy. Hex, whoa, the strats by Sam. Rocking Will-O-Wisp and Hex. Gonna sack off the Paloswine so that he can come back in with Magearna. Yep. Okay. 34%. Yeah, this spec Sylveon is a problem. Mega Metagross. I was gonna say, I don't know, I'm not really sure what Magearna does to Metagross. Nothing. And I think it Meteor Mashes back for an Oko. Yeah, I think that would have done like 60 or 70%. Especially because it's, once again, it's Tough Claws boosted. Hex taking out that Sylveon. King coming in, the Intimidate. This is generally a physical mon, so yep. But that Hex is going to do a butt ton of damage now. Knockoff's going to hurt, but that Hex is going to do a butt 75%. Well, down goes Giratina, but Hoopa Unbound is 100% and has the advantage. Ooh, lives on 1. Lives on 1. That, I don't know if that's a roll or what. Okay, yeah, it was a roll in Sam's favor, but still, living on 1 and counter-coing is kind of insane. So that's Battle of the Week for Week 7, and we're gonna pass it back to Future Ruck, and he's probably gonna pass it back to me for Week 8. And we're back, as past Ruck said. Battle of the Week, Week 8, goes to Bailey Perry and Mark QJRT. This match could have gone either way in the beginning, but Mark makes a mistake that Bailey kind of goats him into. You're going to see that Bailey does a certain thing, which instinctually Mark goes for a statusing move, and then that causes him some serious pain and sets up Mega Salamence to do as good as it did this week. And that's going to play in full screen in 3, 2, 1. Yep, just like I said, passing it back to me for Week 8. Just wanted to double check. This is the battle between Bailey Perry and I think it's Mark KJRT in the Discord, but now I'm not so sure. I know that the letters at the end are the same. Okay, so this matchup is pretty big for Bailey. He's kind of lost a couple of them and dropped in the rankings, so to get a win here would be super important. To be fair, I joined in, but did not stay for the whole thing. So I watched part of this, and I know part of this, but I didn't actually see the ending. So I'm going to hop right in just like you guys, and I'm going to spectate over. Whoa, we're going to go to normal here. Leading Togekiss and Talonflame, and Bailey Perry immediately swaps the Tyranitar. Genesect comes out. That Genesect's going to be a problem for this T-Tar. That stab U-turn is going to be humongous. Yep, see the U-turn. What is this going to do? Burn it? Trick. Ooh, tricking on the Choice Scarf. That's unfortunate for the Dusclops. That's kind of insane, the amount of plays that KJRT just made. That was kind of crazy. Psychic doesn't do that much to Kecleon. Kecleon puts up rocks. Ooh, it is Protean, so it changes types based on its moves. Out into the Coughing, the Glare. Is this a defensive Sandaconda? I know you guys can't see that on the recording screen, but all you can see is that it has Glare. So, let's see, what do you... Kecleon, U-turn. This kind of back and forth of swapping in and out is really not helping KJRT too much, between the Toxic stacking up on certain mons and the rocks damage continually chipping. It's really not going to help him too much to keep swapping. He really needs to get rid of these rocks on his side of the field, and so does Bailey, to be fair, considering two of his mons, Mega Salamence and Togekiss, both don't really like rocks all that much. Rock Tomb lowers the speed. Match is kind of slowed. Momentum's kind of slowed a little bit. That's crit Sludge Wave. We'll see if that matters later on. Back into the Kecleon. Teleports out the Slowbro. A lot of these mons getting teleport has been super useful for defensive strats. So you have a slow teleporter, they take the hit, and then another mon that you want comes in and scot-free, basically. Oh, is this Shed Skin? I think this is Shed Skin, because it was toxic. So there is that. I don't think T-Tar lives ooh, it does. 52% from a U-turn is kind of disgusting. Genesec's kind of crazy. U-turn from Talonflame. Down goes T-Tar. This Clef is really low. Is that Clefable though? Or is it Zoroark? Yep, Zoroark. In comes the real Clef. Moonblast away, doesn't do all that much, 24% to Weezing, so Talonflame comes back in, it's probably just going to U-turn out. Get some more chip off. Ooh, Brave Bird, 33%, it's not that big of a deal, as opposed to that almost 40% it did with Sludge Wave, but reliable recovery on Talonflame is huge. Another 29%. The double para back-to-back is really unfortunate for Bailey. And Pain Split lowers. So it's not going to live another Brave Bird. Most likely. It'll live one now because of the Black Sludge, the non-stop healing. And it's going to live another one now because of the Roost. So the more he roosts, the worse it gets for QJRT, because Weezing, as long as it doesn't get parried out, can continue to just pick up more and more HP. Well, Bailey lets it go down, and in comes the Mega Salamence. Maybe there's been enough damage. Whoa, that was a big crit, 51%. But now nothing outspeeds it. So it's gonna roost up. Yeah, without the crit, does 22. That's not nearly enough. It's gonna roost up again. And what is the play here? Oh dear lord! Played right into his trap. Facade is broken. Double power, so it's same power Facade, so that it doesn't lose half of its damage on a burn. And he's gonna Facade his way through this entire team. Genesect will eat a Facade. E-Speed doesn't do nearly enough. Ooh, Flamethrower. Okay, Genesect's gone, and Slowbro's not gonna be able to take a Facade either. Yep, down, gone. It's a good game by Bailey. He really needed the win. I dare say he probably needed more than a 3-0. But we'll see how he does in week 9. Hopefully he can pick it back up and continue on forward and make it into the playoffs, because he is the Season 1 champion. Malik Pai is the Season 2 champion. So I want to see these guys duking it out again in the playoffs or even the finals. So here's to hoping. I'm going to pass you back on to Future Ruck. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming out and watching this. If you guys have any constructive criticism or comments or stuff that you would like to see, let me know down in the description below. It's super helpful, and I love reading your guys' comments and getting feedback. If you like this kind of content, also leave a like or subscribe if you're new here. This is only one half of the DTC week 7 and 8 results. The B League review is already up. The description's down in the link below. It might be in the cards, or it might be in the thing that shows up at the end here, but it might not be. It depends on what goes up. Lastly, I want to say again, thank you for coming out to watch. Stay safe. Peace out for now.